Well, guys, the day has finally come. I gave in. We're standing next to the Switch. Nah, I'm just joking. Hey guys, welcome back to Weekenders on the Water. Today we're here at the Tampa Boat Show, and today we're gonna go around and check out some jet skis. We're gonna check out some boats. We'll even take a look at this Switch here. So stick around, check it out. It's gonna be a ton of fun. And let's go.
Let's go. All right, guys, like Lewis said, we're here in the good old Tampa Bay. Okay, so we're at the Florida State Fairgrounds, and Lewis has not lost his ever-loving mind. He still has opinions about the Cidu Switch. However, we're here, we're gonna see the things. I hear they have some jet skis. This guy's trying to talk me into buying a new jet ski. And then we're also gonna do a little dreaming, because one day this guy wants to retire on a boat. Yeah. I'm of mixed concerns about that one. So.
Yeah, I'd like to take a look at some cabin cruisers, maybe something we could, cruise the Bahamas at some point.
We literally said that we would never do that again, but here we are talking about it. So, all right, we're gonna walk around. I'm actually in the market for a new ski, even though I will really miss the one that I have. So we're gonna go see what we can see right there and then see some boats.
All right, let's go.
All right, at the end of it, we'll let you guys know which one was my favorite and let you guys know what Lewis wants for his dream boat. All right.
All right, so here is the Seadoo Switch, and if you watched our video on these, you know that I'm not the biggest fan of these for a couple reasons. Go back and check out that video, but here it is. You can see it's got like the jet ski hull. It looks exactly like the back of my jet ski here, maybe a little bit bigger. It is a decent option. It's got your little tow point here. It's got the link system on the back and everything. This one in particular is actually the sport switch, or the fish switch. So this is like the top of the line switch. Well, I guess they make longer ones, but as far as like expensive ones, this one is up there. I don't know exactly the cost on this. We'll see if we can find a thing on it.
A sticker.
Oh, right here next to it though, they do have, this is the Apex Fish Pro. So this is the $25,000 Seadoo here, which is insane. Looks like they actually got this one marked down to $23,500.
No.
But yeah, this is the most expensive Seadoo jet ski you can buy anywhere.
What's this?
All right, so this is actually an anchor, and I think it's hilarious that Seadoo puts this on here because this is I haven't got around to reviewing this anchor yet, but I can tell you already this is the worst style anchor. Okay, wait. This is not the type of anchor you want to use.
Well, maybe not for the kind of rides that we do and where we are. But maybe if you're looking for freshwater boat fishing in a lake somewhere.
If you have no current at all, it'll slow you down.
Okay.
Okay, which is a good segue. if you are looking for an anchor, we got deals on WavesRX. Go over to WavesRX.com. Use our promo code WOTW, Weekenders on the Water 15. That's Weekenders on the Water, WOTW 15. You get 15% off of anything on the WavesRX website.
And there's the price, $44,500.
Yeah, so it's normally at $47,500.
No, $47,600. They knocked it down to $46,000 essentially.
Yeah, $3,000 off for the boat show.
Right.
But I'm sure they charge you that back on tax, well, at least taxes, but for sure fees, destination setup, that sort of thing. So yeah. We're gonna go climb up there. Let's go check it out.
You go check it out.
Climbing up on the Switch. So this one is set up for fishing. So you got all your fishing and everything, your fishing seats, plenty of room up here. This is one of the things I don't like about it. They do have an optional accessory to kind of make that a little bit higher, but if you're up here with your kids, you can see it's like mid-shin. So you definitely want to be careful, make sure you don't fall off the end. This one's set up with all the goodies, which is why it's so expensive. You got your Garmin Fish Navigator up here in the front with your trolling motor. I believe there's another one. Yeah, there's a second one back here too, which makes this really nice. One thing I do like about the Switches is that it is exactly like the jet skis, like the Seadoo PWCs. You got your throttle, your reverse, it's handlebar driven, everything. So if you're used to driving a PWC, particularly a Seadoo, I think you're gonna feel right at home in something like this.
I like your shirt.
Thank you. Let's see. All the seating is modular. You can kind of move things around as much as you like. Let's see. I think some of these are storage. I don't know how you'd even open that. But of course, you got your link system here with the coolers, and I think this is just storage over here. But this is your cooler. So you got rod holders and other kind of stuff in there. Gas caps over here. Looks like you got an access to the outside. Again, it's not a bad boat, it's just not for me. We're gonna keep on moving on and see what else we can find. So we found some jet skis here. This is the Cycle Springs section, so obviously that makes sense. We're gonna check these out in just a second because I do wanna go up and real quick and take a look at some of these Yamaha jet boats. So these are basically the newer version of the one that I own.
Newer version and a million times nicer than what we have.
Of the ones that we own, I'm sorry.
I like this one. Can I have this one?
Okay, so let's get to it. So This is the 195S, I believe it is. So this is basically, it's still the same 19 foot that we have. It honestly, it looks a lot larger, but this is the supercharged version of the one that we own. This is the 222S, so this is the 22 foot version. I really love the new styling with the squared off pads and everything.
Yes, I do. I like this one a lot, actually.
All right. They got a slightly larger one down there in gray. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Let's check out this one here real quick.
All right.
This is the, I think it's the 195S. So basically, like I said, just the updated version of the boat that we own, but this one's also got the supercharger. Got the center seat here that kind of sits down in there. We can take a look at the engine here. It's got the same clasps and everything that we have.
Oh, but it's not leaking.
I will say that my engine, I feel like I have more space to work in down in here, but also I don't have the supercharger up front. But yeah, it looks great with the SVHO. The 1.8 liter, I believe, is what they're still using on the supercharged versions of these.
But what I don't like, oh no, okay, so where do you house that?
It snaps on.
Oh, it snaps on. Oh,
So
okay,
that snaps on, so you have an extra seat, or you can take it off. I think most people take it off. They don't need the extra capacity because it's easier to walk through.
Yeah.
Which honestly is a great feature because that was one of the first things in our boat to rip was that center seat from everyone stepping on it. So I had to reupholster it myself, and I didn't do a great job, but you know, it's an old boat.
This boat is 50 grand.
Yes, and see, that's why we went with an older one that I got for, I'm in it for about 15. You know, and that includes repairs.
Yeah.
Here we go. I do like the matting on this and everything. Again, you get your large center ski locker. I'm sure that's just the same as the one that we have.
It looks a little deeper, honestly.
I think it looks about the same.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. They cut out this though, so you got a little bit more space
Oh
there.
yeah, I like it because ours is just it's very
flat.
square. Yeah.
Now the question is whether or not you would still feel secure sitting over here. So go check
Probably
that out.
not.
Although I do like that the bolster, you got a little bit wider base on these,
Yeah.
and then basically the center, the up front kind of looks the same. Again, just different upholstery up here. I think they redesigned the locker. Yeah, so the locker is a little bit bigger for the anchor. That's nice.
I do like that the cup holders stay in; they don't come out. In our boat,
is
they
that
come
so?
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's actually kind of a feature though too, because it gives you more access if you want to customize. You want to run some extra wires for speakers or whatever.
Oh, really?
That's the idea.
I kind of get that then, but it's nice to like not be
Yeah.
like, hey, how many cup holders do I have today? How many? It's nice like it's not needed.
Well,
to take them
most
out.
people do kind of go back and they silicone them in. I just haven't got around to doing it.
Okay.
But yeah. You want to check out the seat though?
Oh, this one is definitely wider, which is nice, or longer, which is nice. And I feel like you're actually kind of hugged into it,
Yeah.
as opposed to ours, where you're just like raw dog in life.
Yeah, but you are still sitting definitely closer to the center,
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
console there than I am here in the captain's seat. So I've got lots of room. This feels very much at home, honestly, just exactly like ours. A little bit updated, obviously, but I got plenty of room here. Sitting up on the bolster, I'm got plenty of visibility. Honestly, I wonder if I sit down even without the bolster, I can still see mostly over the windshield there, which is kind of nice.
I can't see over.
All right. Let's go check out another one. All right, so we moved down a little bit. This is the 255X. So
This
basically,
is the one that I want.
this is the 25 footer. So this is 6 feet longer than the one that we have. And it is double engine, so lots more power. You really feel like you actually got some room on here.
You have a rear view mirror. Oh,
Yeah.
it's the lake version. I'm going to make sure you're not killing the person you're dragging behind you.
Yeah, exactly, because this is
Yeah.
the, I think, in the 19 footers, they call it the AR because it's got the ski pylon tower, but yeah, you can hook your wakeboard right up there.
Yeah, you can see here where they have them.
Yeah, your
Where you put
wakeboard and
boards,
everything. So
yeah.
this is an upgraded accessory. You don't have to get the wake tower. You can save a little bit of money on the non-wake version. But yeah, you get the mirror there. Look how big these seats are. Now these are like actual legitimate seats. You got the double engine throttle controls. You got the joystick. All that is nice.
This is the one that I want.
Okay, now we're talking like this is like a real boat compared to what we got for sure. I want one of these little joystick knobs. That would make docking so much easier.
But the seats even look better too. Like these are full like captain's chairs.
Yeah, that's what I said too. So I sat down in my seat here. I am like way comfortable.
I feel like I'm sitting a little forward.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like it to recline a little bit, but it's so nice.
Well, and now you actually have enough room there too. It doesn't look like you're going to crash into the front.
Yeah, and so our boat doesn't have this on the passenger side, but it has a little ramp for your feet, and that was the thing that I think is really important. If you have a husband like I do, who likes to just rip it up, this gives you a little bit more stability.
Yeah. And this is actually a larger console. Now I have heard of people putting, you actually can. You can actually fit a small toilet in there and, for emergencies. So this is definitely a much more capable boat, but I'm sure it comes with a much more capable price tag.
Yeah, 113,000.
There you have it.
Yeah. Woo!
I will tell you though, I love the extra size of this. You definitely feel much more secure on this than I'm sure you would
On ours.
on ours. Yeah.
Listen, I love our boat. Sorta. It was a good starter boat, but I think I'm ready for something a little more comfy.
Okay.
Okay.
So again, you got the nice big upgraded anchor locker. This one is up front, so plenty of room there. Look how deep it is. You also got a ladder up here as well. So this is all very nice addition, very nice upgrades to the 190S.
I will say the one watch out with this color is you can kind of see where it's been stained.
Yeah.
And even on there's like you can see where someone walked in with like their money footprints.
Ooh, yeah, gross.
Yeah. So just be mindful of that. This is the color you want. I love this color, but I don't know if I'd buy it because of that.
Good thing is you can easily replace that.
Yeah, for how much though?
Aftermarket kits are a couple $100.
Okay.
But I do love the size. This is a legit boat. So very nice. We're gonna keep going.
So I had 3 requirements for jet skis. Number 1, has to have a lot of trunk space because I like to bring on things. Number 2, has to have a comfy seat. Number 3, has to be a cool color. So there you go. Everything else those gets to decide.
All right.
We're gonna find something today that meets all that criteria.
All right. And so now we've come to the star of the show, the Jetskis PWCs. So here we have the WaveRunner series. Back there we got the Seadoos. We're gonna go check them all out. All right. So we're gonna start off with, this is the 2025 GTI SE. So this happens to be the 170. So this is basically the newest version of the same ski that I have. I personally am in love with this purple color.
I like this color too.
I think it's super sharp.
And what I like about it is it doesn't have where the whole thing comes up,
Right.
Because it's got this little button that you can press.
That you can never get.
That I can never get.
From the side anyways.
From the side.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would lose any trunk space. And I know when the whole handlebars come up, I know if all the handlebars come up that like you lose like 10 gallons or something out of it.
Yeah. So the GTI, the GTR have the front space like this where that comes off. Now this is considered like a budget option, to be honest, but I love, it's the big feature of these series is that you actually have 40 gallons of space in here. So there's so much space in there. And if you have the ones that flip up, you lose, I believe it's 15 gallons. So that's probably going to take you down to like 25 gallons, almost half the amount of space if you flip up. So lots of space to bring all your accessories and everything. I mean, these GTIs, they're just, this is like the best bang for your buck, especially you get the 170 here. I know some people talk about getting the 130 and upgrading it. This one starts off at $13,300, it looks like. So it's a 14, it's just about $1,000 off for the boat show here. But yeah, basically everything you need to get out on the water. It is the Polytech Hall here, which I know a lot of people are concerned about. I personally have not had any problems, and it's been a great haul to me.
I would not need a gator glide this.
Gator glide? Yeah, as far as gator gliding, no, I've not seen anybody actually gator glide at Polytech Hall. They do tend to be fairly rugged as far as like beaching and stuff. They can still get scrapes and they can still get scratches and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it beaching it often, but it's a really good option.
So this one has the audio option.
Yes.
I'm usually not a fan of that, mainly because we record so much. And I'm also not a fan of blasting music when you're on the beach. I think it kind of ruins like the ambiance of like being on the beach. However, I get it; it's a big seller for some people. So I would recommend skipping that. That's just my preference. So I would not pay extra for the speaker system.
But yeah, I agree too. I'm not necessarily a fan of the audio options. It's a $1,000 option, so you could probably take another $1,000 off if you didn't have the audio. And yeah, it's not needed. Personally, we're a bit more of listen to the engine, listen to the waves, listen to the wind, have a good time, find nature. She likes to. She's a dolphin whisperer over here, always looking for dolphins. But
well, I also think that the animals get chased away if they hear music.
Yeah. So anyways.
If I were to get this one, I would get also a graphics kit for it with like some pinks and blues.
Yeah. So actually, I have seen on Florida Ski Riders, there's a person that has one of these. They did like a black, graphics kit with it.
Yeah.
It looks really sharp.
Okay, cool.
All right, so here is the RXTX. So this is like kind of the top of the line luxury, biggest engine you can get with the 325 horsepower. So this thing is a monster on the ocean, monster on the water anyways. Really cool, a lot of people like it. I personally hate this color scheme though. I'm not a fan of the gold. It kind of reminds me of an old Ford Escort I had back in college, which I bought from my grandmother, and I called it Granny Gold. And that's exactly what this looks like.
I might like the gold if it was something other than like this orange-red color. I think it might be a nice complementary color, but I
think the actual color they call this is sand. Now, in person, it does look a lot more pearlescent than I think it normally looks on the videos. So that's a nice touch, but there's no way I would not buy this in this color.
If Seadoo gave you that Jetski.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the 2026s.
Okay.
All right. This, on the other hand, though, this is the GTX Limited. This is something I definitely could get down with. So honestly, this is probably my favorite Seadoo. So again,
Really?
yes, this is the GTX Limited. So this is like the top of the line luxury. They do make this in a beautiful like teal color as well, which is really great. You see the price tag on this, it matches with it. So you're at 21,000, basically 23,000. It's got the 325 again, so same engine as that one over there. Lots of speed. Top speed on these things, obviously they're limited to 72, I think it is out the gate, but you can easily get these things really close to 80 with just a SOCOM speed limiter or speed override. So Christine's going to open up and show us that lift up hatch.
Not strong enough. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so there you go. So it is a nice feature. You don't have to reach over the handlebars to get to all your access here, but you can see that the storage space is quite a bit smaller than what it is on the GTI. But actually, honestly, it's not too bad.
I just feel like it's deeper though.
It is deeper.
Mean, I don't know.
Okay, I'm about to fall over. But yeah, anyways, so it is deeper, but that is normally on the GTIs, that's where your gas is. So actually in this one, your gas is situated up here, so it's a little bit more front heavy.
Okay.
But yeah, actually, I'm honestly surprised it is larger than I would have expected.
Yeah, it is.
So maybe that's an option.
But I also feel like in that style, I can move things around to get the stuff that's on the bottom, where this one, I'll have the yard sale crap out of the front.
Well, and that's why they have these little dividers here, you can see here.
Yeah.
So you can keep your most important, your dock lines and such, your water bottles, whatever, up here in easy reach.
Yeah, okay.
So that kind of helps out a bit.
Okay.
Also here, your access to your fuel. So again, you could drop your Surecan and fill up right there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the more I'm talking about it, the more I'm seeing it actually in person, I'm hating this less and less and less. But I still like the space.
All right. And with this being the GTX Limited, this is going to be Seadoo's most comfortable seat. So you see, it does still have the saddle style seat, similar to the GTI, but it's got the bolstering on the back. It should really keep you locked in there. You got the ergo lock up front here with the extra padding, which is a nice upgrade as well.
I do think though, while I know this is a 3-person ride, I would almost prefer this to not be the second bolster here.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I do find myself sometimes when I want to really stretch out, I'm riding back here, and yeah, this would kind of hamper that style.
Right. Well, and then that too, it's like, because I'm only 5'4", so if I want to sit back a little bit more, I won't be able to.
Yeah.
So now that being said, in my jet ski, we have a net to hold some of the things up here, but it looks like your emergency stuff is all within reach.
And that is nice too, because on ours, the fire extinguisher is way down there.
Yeah, right.
And so in the event of emergency on ours, you gotta get everything out. You're throwing it in the ocean to try to get to that fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Here it is nice that it's right up front. You also got your other emergency kit there too, so you can, it comes with like lines and stuff from the factory. But honestly, I put a lot of tools in there and redo that. I'm gonna do a video at some point about what I keep in my emergency kit. So stick tuned for that, and make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Stick tuned.
All right, so we're gonna go over here and check out some of the Yamaha WaveRunners as well. So this one here is the VX. So I think this is a little bit on the more affordable end. Still nice. Here they have the GP. This is the 1900 because it's got the 1.9 liter. So this is like the racing jet ski for Yamaha. It's kind of interesting how flat it is towards the back here. Of course, the Yamaha, you don't have to worry about getting water up here because they got their own little drains, which is kind of nice.
But I'm not a fan of being
the lower. Ergonomically, that's a problem. Especially if you're making that bimini run, you need a refill on gas.
Right.
This can be a trouble. What I've seen people do to mitigate that is actually pull up another one here side by side, and they'll hand off to each other.
They 69 it.
Yeah, I was going to try to keep it PC. I was going to say circle jerk.
So what are these for?
Okay, so these are for different attachments, RAM mounts and stuff. So you can put you get a RAM mount for your phone. That sort of thing.
Okay. Oh, so this would be a nice shot for like the 360 then.
Yeah, I think that these Yamahas, I think they normally come with cell phone holders or cup holders as well.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe there's a cup holder you could attach there.
Oh, the handlebars tilt.
The handlebars adjust. Yeah, so that's similar. The Seadoos actually do that as well on some of the higher end models as well, the sport models. So
mine does not.
Trademark of all the Yamahas is they do open all the way in the front. So similar to the more affordable.
There's no space in there.
Yeah. So similar to the more affordable Seadoos. And yeah, we'll take a look at the space here. Oh yeah, man.
I could fit a Wawa sandwich and a towel in
That's
there.
like half the amount of space that our Seadoos have.
No, sorry, Yamaha. I love you, mean it. You have a beautiful ski, but it's not for me. I think Yamaha is a wonderful product, but this is a deal breaker for me.
Remember, this is the sport version. Let's keep looking.
You want me to buy a Yamaha? Is that
Well,
what
you mentioned you
want?
like the wide seats. They have the widest seats on the
No,
market.
I want a comfy seat.
Okay. All right, then we got the VX here. This is the VX, the FX here. So this is the top of the line luxury Yamaha. So this is the FX Limited SVHO. So this is the supercharged version of the Yamaha. Now they don't advertise what
Ooh.
their horsepower rating is, but I think this one again is getting close to that 300 mark. It does have the built-in cleats here, as Christine has discovered, which is super nice.
I don't like that.
Oh, yeah, there's some sharp edges
Got
underneath.
my
Don't put your hand
fingers.
under there.
Well,
Here are those cup holders I was talking about here, so you can actually put that in there. They also sell RAM mounts specifically made to fit in there, so you can put your cell phone on there. Of course, you got the screens, not quite as big as the Seadoo. And up front here, you get a little bit more space.
no, don't gaslight me. It's not.
It's not. It's still not quite as much as the
wider.
Seadoo, but yeah, there's more space up there.
Yeah, and then at least with that, well, okay. So what I don't like about this is that the piston, I don't know what you call that.
Yeah.
It was right in the center, so you couldn't even put a net here to have
You
that
could
extra space.
have it here possibly.
Yeah.
Put your dock lines and such up there, but
Yeah.
you have to get creative in how you do that.
But what's interesting, okay, so the front, the glove box, there's a lot more space here. You could put some stuff in there for
Yeah,
sure.
so you do have quite a bit of space down in there. It is really large. So there's the dedicated phone holder. It is off to the side, and basically you just slip your phone in there standing up, but it's not watertight though like it is on the Seadoos again. So,
Yeah, could be an issue.
all right, but look how wide this seat is here. If you really want to feel like you're sitting on a cushion on a couch, traveling across the ocean, that's the one. So, and nice thing about Yamahas, they do have extra storage back here. Now this is going to be wet storage. It's going to be more for
what am I going to put there?
more for like dock lines, towing lines, that sort of thing. There's also additional storage underneath the seat here. So this is where you have some of your watertight storage as well. No, don't take that out. So you twist this off here.
No.
So there you can put some tools and then whatever else you want to keep dry right there.
Had I known Lewis was making me actually ride one of these things today, I would not have worn a skirt. So good times for Christine.
Okay. You got shorts on, right?
Yes, I have shorts on, but like, still though.
So Christine is
I don't like
trying
it.
out the fitment on this. And what are your initial thoughts here?
I want a comfy seat, not necessarily a wide seat, and I think this one's just too wide.
Okay, I thought you would have liked the wide seats, so that's why I was kind of
So,
suggesting this model to
Well,
you.
I don't hate it, but I think when you're trying to ride fast and hard, like as you said, like we do sometimes, I prefer to like ride with using my knees to like kind of hold on like riding a horse. This has some like this right here. So with that being said, I feel like right here, while it's it almost feels like you have like two pieces like 2x4 right here.
Okay.
So I don't hate it. I can see how some people would like it, but I don't think it's what I would want long term.
Okay. Now, I personally have not sat on a modern day Yamaha, so I do also want to check it out as well.
Yeah.
But you do see it's got a lot of the similar things here with the hands-free control.
I can hold it.
So it's got a lot of the similar things up here with the radio controls and such. This is actually a microphone for the hands-free system as well, so you can talk to your Yamaha. Yamaha, drive me to Bimini.
Really? You can say that?
I don't think it does quite
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
Well, listen, don't get my hopes
But you
up.
can talk to it. Yeah, you
Okay.
can talk to it. I don't know what the keywords are.
Okay.
You can get your cruise control, your weight, your VTS system, basically your trim. Very similar to the Seadoos with the throttles on either side.
Where's the key go?
It goes right here.
Okay, so this is where you're landing
Yeah,
your
so
disc?
this pops up, you slide it in there.
Okay.
So they're generic keys. There's no RFID or anything on there. One key will work for
Really?
any Yamaha.
I don't like that.
Well, but the key is with Yamahas that actually makes it really nice. And actually, I think this is better than the Seadoo in this regard. Is that
Okay.
in order to unlock this thing and start it up, there is a combination required to be put in on the screen. So no one, if you have that generic key, you can't just walk up and start any Yamaha. You have to know the combination for that ski. But good thing about that is, you can easily transfer that to a kid or to a friend or however. Hey man, you want to take my ski out? Just
Here's the
remember,
code.
here's the code.
Yeah, okay.
All right, one other thing too, that would have saved us the day that Christine lost her ski on the Seadoo, because I have heard of people just riding and holding this up while they ride just to keep the ski on. So you want to do that for very long, but it's possible. Maybe you could stuff like a quarter or something
shell?
in there. Yeah, a shell.
Oh my goodness. All right. So then what I was going to mention is, let's check this out. The front or the quickie box. All right. So similar, a lot of space in that, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool. And I do like how there is, hopefully you guys can see that. And I don't know if you can or not, but there's, I don't think you guys can see it, but there's like some charging areas in there for it as well.
Yeah.
So like,
So Seadoos have that as well. If you get anything other than the extreme base level, like I have. So I am now sitting on the Yamaha FX SVHO. Honestly, I don't think I hate it, but it is definitely wider. It does feel like you're sitting on a lazy boy couch. I mean, this thing is super wide, got a lot of cushion to it. I mean, I guess you kind of feel that a little bit, but it's not too bad. I think men tend to sit with their legs wider anyway, so that doesn't really bother me as much as I thought it would. But I also don't feel like I would be as secure, as I don't have anything to really lock over top of my knees like I do on the Seadoos.
Well, but what I'm noticing too is when you're riding like that, your knees are here, and a couple of waves you're going to be smacking.
I think you would probably end up riding like this, this sort of position.
Launched, yeah.
The handlebars and everything does actually feel pretty good. Of course, you can adjust the angle of the handlebars on this one to an extent. I don't know.
You don't know how to do it.
I think that's it.
Oh, really? Wow, quarter inch. Oh, there you go. Okay.
But that's more like if you wanted to stand up and while you ride.
Yeah.
Or if you just want, now I feel like riding a big old Harley.
That does it for you?
I'm a man. I drive big things.
I drive big turns.
I drive big things.
Oh, drive big things.
I feel like I'm cheating on my Seadoo right now.
Yeah, because you are.
Yeah. But, all right, well, we checked it out. We saw.
All right, please hear us. If you are a diehard Yamaha fan and this is your ride, we love it for you. As far as we're concerned, every Jetski, WaveRunner, Seadoo is a good one if it works for you and your riding style. Yeah. It's just maybe not the one that we would pick for ours.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And don't forget, we actually are Yamaha owners ourselves. Our jet boat is a Yamaha. We chose the Yamaha over the Seadoo when it came to jet boat.
Yeah.
And we're going to do some eventual comparisons on what would be one versus the other in the future. There are plenty of things I do like about Yamaha over Seadoo. And we'll get to those eventually.
And I wonder if I'm just so spoiled with my Seadoo because that's the one that I've had forever. And I wonder if I would feel differently about it if we actually had a Yamaha. Yeah. All that being said, just get out in the water.
Technically, it actually was the first one you ever rode. When we rented Yamahas.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
But we're only on it for like an hour.
Wouldn't cover all the PWCs. We didn't cover the one last one that's somewhat interesting here, the Yamaha Jet Blaster. Let's see this thing. Here we have the Yamaha Jet Blaster. So this is Yamaha's answer to the Seadoo Spark Trix. So of course it's based off of the Yamaha EX series, which is like their budget level, entry level ski, similar to the Spark, but the Jet Blaster is similar to the Trix version of the Spark, wherein you got the extended VTS system or whatever they call it on Yamaha, the trim system to allow you to do those water wheelies. So that's why these ones are sitting way up like this, so you can kind of get an idea what they would look like when you're out there doing your water wheelies. Of course, this one actually has a fiberglass hull as opposed to the Seadoo, which has a Polytech, but you do see that same plastic finish up on the top. This is an added addition here for the storage here. So just like on the Seadoo Spark, you're kind of limited on storage with these, and if you go with the base models, this would actually be a whole pass-through like you can kind of see over here. Well, this is actually the Seadoo
Spark Trix 93.
Yeah, so that's why they have, I guess that's why they have these two next to each other. Honestly, for a second there, I wasn't even really paying that much attention to these. I thought they were both Yamaha Jet Blasters. You can see how
I noticed it immediately.
How very similar the two products actually are. So this is a good comparison, the Jet Blaster versus the Spark Trix right side by side. Because of that, actually what would be a good comparison is the price tag on these. So the Spark Trix, you're just under 10 grand. And the Yamaha Jet Blaster, you're closer to 12. The big thing to point out with these is these are going to be more like dirt bikes on the water versus these are more like Harleys or cruisers. You can see how much smaller, slimmer the seats are. You're going to get a lot less cushion. This is not the type of jet ski that you want to ride for a long time.
Oh no.
Same thing over here with the Spark Trix. Again, it looks very much like one of those old Honda 250s, dirt bikes sort of thing. So this would be good for a short ride or going out and just having a bunch of fun, doing a lot of twisty turnies, but not something, not something you want to ride long term. And I definitely would not recommend taking these to Bimini, Bahamas. All right, I think that pretty much covers all of the PWCs here. Obviously, didn't see any Kawasaki's. We'll walk around and see if we find any, because they have some interesting features as well.
I don't think I've ever been on Kawasaki.
There was a Kawasaki here last year that we checked out. Yeah. Not last year, I guess it was a couple years ago, last time we came. But anyways, we're going to go around and take a look at some of the boats as well. We're not going to film everything that we check out. We're keep it kind of brief, but we're going to go show you some of the highlights. Okay, so this one is a real beaut. I don't know exactly how you say this. The Axopar. Axopar.
No, there's no I. Axopar.
But Axopar.
Axopar.
We're getting into being boat people. We're still not quite there yet. But I believe this
You
is...
buy one boat off Facebook Marketplace now, boat people? Okay.
I believe
Good
this
Lord.
is a European boat, so that's kind of why the name is a little weird, but we're gonna go check it out. So this is a 37-foot boat, $400,000.
Oh.
It's with the boat show discount. So it's got the twin Mercury 350s on the back here. Lots of space up here
It is wobbly.
on the trailer. But yeah, so this is kind of, I would consider this kind of like a hybrid where it's got like an interior cabin as well as you could do quite a bit of serious fishing off the side of this here, being almost like a center console. But lots of freeboard here, space to walk around the side. And of course, we got to get down inside of it in just a moment, but I love how they have this lounge area up front here and the skylight down into what would be the room down there. It's kind of funny, I never noticed this before, but it's got kind of like a minivan sliding door. So Christine mentioned this is a fishing boat you can bring the family on. I think that is, yeah, that's legitimately the idea here. All right, so now we've made it inside. So lots of room back here for the family to hang out. You got the table that folds up, and it looks like that's already kind of broken. Here is your control center. So of course you got the steer by joystick. Got the big, nice steering wheel. Lots of room to sit up here. Plus the bolsters and everything as well, dual throttle controls, and your VHF radio down there. Now we're gonna go down into
Watch
the
your head.
cabin. You gotta duck down here for sure. Whoa. But yeah.
See, I don't have to duck.
You don't have to duck?
No, I can see no tall.
Oh, that must be nice.
Oh, it's hot down here. This is the only time I can, well, I can almost hit it all the way tall.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no way I could. But you do have a big bed, you know, for a boat, right? And I guess the idea is you could technically, here, lay down. I fit. It's tight, you know. But if you're
You would be kicking me all night.
if you're a side sleeper, yeah, it's doable.
And there's the bathroom. Does it got some buttons down here that you probably shouldn't press? With the mirror and the phone. Oh, the shower's on that side?
Oh yeah, and there's a shower on this side
Oh,
too.
so it's like a whole wet room.
Yeah,
then,
it's
I
a whole
guess.
wet room if you were to
Well,
close.
maybe I don't hate it so much then.
Open this up, and then if you were to open that up, then I think you'd have your whole shower. So your wet room. These are all your fuse panels, by the way. That's what that is. Interesting they put that in the bathroom, but you know, it's got the watertight seal. All right, so now we found another power sports section. So again, there are more of the jet skis over there, some more of the Yamaha jet boats. But I did want to point out here, this is the Cidu Switch Limited. So this is actually the top of the line switch. So this is the one with all the bells and whistles. You can see it's actually got that little cover on the front to kind of keep waves from going on the bow, keep your kids safe up front. It is rather long. I'm not sure the length of this, but this is the most expensive Seadoo switch you can buy. Let's see if we can find a price tag on it. Yeah, here it is. It is $52,000. So for a pontoon boat of this size, it's really not a bad price. And remember, that comes with the trailer as well. Thought we were done talking about Seadoos and everything, but I will point out this one here. This is the RXPX. So this is the top of the line performance version from Seadoo. I love the carbon fiber hood here. I think that is super nice, really aggressive looking. Of course, this has got the 325, so this is the biggest engine that they sell. Super nice. I like the extra bolsters here on the back to kind of keep you on there. So this is great for like a single rider. They do sell a extra seat there on the back. So if you want to carry a passenger. But yeah, let's take a look at the front there. So as I mentioned, this is very similar to the GTIs, and how much storage space you have up front is almost exactly identical. So again, you can get that little cover up here in the front to kind of take up some of that extra space.
I do like though how this is adjustable.
Yeah, so that's to lock you in there when you're actually doing some high performance riding. So if shorter riders, you slide it forward. If you want a little more room, you can slide it back. They do have an optional seat accessory back here. So you can have a passenger seat or decide to ride solo.
So no one can sit on this.
No, this is not a seat itself.
Okay, gotcha.
There's an extra seat that goes on back here.
Okay.
You would push this and take this off and then attach the seat like normal.
Yeah.
Do like the ergo lock on this one. Look how much bigger and padded that is as well. So it's really going to protect your knees.
You know what I'm feeling though? Like right here, there's a lot of play.
Yeah.
And that, so it's the illusion of wide as opposed to like.
That is true. That goes in quite a bit.
So I wonder after a while how that would.
But your knees are going to go up underneath of that, and you're going to be locked in.
No, right. Yeah,
and
but I
if
just
you were
wonder.
to slam forward on this, you're going to have some extra cushioning, which is nice.
Yeah.
I don't like
that.
Yeah, that is already
yeah.
oxidizing, which is not a great look. Of course, it does have the steering dampener as well, so you can adjust the steering for what types of conditions you're riding in. And again, I think that this one is another one where it can adjust, extend, or go up and down based off of what types of, if you're standing or sitting.
Yeah. So my preference, not that it matters, but my preference is I don't like these style handlebars. I much more prefer.
You like the bigger kind of look here.
Yeah.
I could go either way.
Can I tell you how many times I've almost hit my face on this though?
Yeah,
Because
well,
I'm short and I hit the
Well,
waves hard.
you're not going to hit your face right there.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. One thing I would say that I do like about this is you could easily attach your GoPros.
You could. That's true. So, okay. I hear you on that one. I hear you.
Okay. This is a beast of a machine, no doubt, no question about it. And so we did actually end up finding a Kawasaki. So this is the Ultra 160 LX. So this is their entry-level model here. Well, it's the smallest Kawasaki that they do sell. I would not say this is the entry level at the LX, but you can see the nice pearlescent paint job there. Christine's already looking at the storage because that's what's most concerning to her.
It's wet in there.
Yeah, so.
But you know what? I'm not sure I could get in there if I needed to.
Now, the big thing I don't like about it is, it may be decent size, but look how small the opening is.
I mean, my hands aren't that big.
Our Sandshark sport anchors are not going to fit in there at all.
Right.
That's for sure. But it does have some tricks. So in addition to that storage space up there, you actually have additional butterfly storage here on either side. And look at that. That is super nice. So you got a decent sized storage pocket there. There's another one on that side too. Do you want to open that side up?
Sorry, my brother-in-law is giving me a hard time about something.
So that side over there, and that's got the phone holder if you want to check that out.
I feel like it should just pop up. Okay, yeah, here you go. Yeah, I don't hate it, but I don't know. I kind of feel like it's like a transformer.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like everything pops out and nothing's where you think it should be?
Yeah, well, it is Japanese.
And then, and then you can't just push it back in. You actually have to engage it?
No, you just have to push it hard.
You have to push it hard, okay.
Nice, heavy struts there. So fuel cap is up here. So this could be a little tricky, trying to refuel on the water. You're going to have to lean way over. It's not a great spot here to sit with your gas can. You're going to probably scratch your paint up a bit. But, it is an option.
Yeah.
These things have a lot of new features they came out with in the last couple of years. It's got the headlight here, which is not really a headlight. Cool. It's just for looks. You can't use this for navigation. You can't really use it to light up anything at nighttime. It's strictly for looks, appearance. But it is an interesting look.
So I do like how aggressive it looks, though.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense? Like all the edges and lines on it.
And I'm not typically a fan of forest colors, green, brown in particular.
This works.
This looks sharp.
This works.
Maybe a different seat, but I like that.
I like the seat. Maybe if the seat and this matched, that would be really good.
And this has got their cargo system back here, similar to Link, where you can kind of add stuff to it. One interesting feature I'd point out here is it's got a rear view camera as well.
Oh, okay, because you can't turn your head.
I don't understand it. I think the main point is if you were using this for tow sports, you could bring up the rear view camera here and keep an eye on whoever's behind you. But I don't find it that difficult on a jet ski to turn around. I've also heard of this marketed as help when docking. Again, just turn your head. If you got back problems, you probably shouldn't be on a jet ski anyways. And this is a legit jet ski. So for the first time when we're talking about jet skis, we're actually referring to the right machine on this channel. I know some people that gets upset, but I use jet ski kind of like Kleenex. Don't say tissue, so Q-tip, same thing. Jet skis, they're all jet skis.
Okay. One thing I also want to point out, there's 4 speakers, 1, 2, 3, and then he's running on the other side too. Like, it seems like you're getting blasted in the face with music.
Yeah, well, a lot of people.
It's the true surround sound.
A lot of people do talk about that on both the Yamahas and Kawasaki's, that at speed they have trouble hearing the speaker. So I don't know. I haven't heard that about the Kawasaki's. I wonder if that would be any better. If you own a Kawasaki and you have the speaker system, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear about that.
One final thing I want to point out is I love all this, but I feel like they're missing something right here. There should be something else here.
You put your sticker there, your Weekenders on the Water sticker. So you're talking about the styling of these things, and it is very aggressive looking. I do like the styling, but I do feel like it's missing a bulbous area here. And that's why I think the storage space is so small. You see the Yamahas, or the Seadoos in particular, the Yamahas a little less so, but
a little bit more bulbous.
Yeah, you're missing out on storage here.
Yeah, so I feel like this is more aerodynamic, but that's more like Orca.
Yeah. Well, so interesting now that we have so much of these put up. So, talk about taking waves over the bow, right? So that I think is the intention of this, is to kind of prevent some of the waves from going over the bow. you can see for Seadoos, it's something they've been doing for a long time, but they have this extra cutout here. So for smaller waves and such, you're going to get caught here, possibly here.
Yeah.
You know, Yamahas, I've always just heard Yamahas are wet rides. So.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know my Seadoo's a wet ride every single time I ride, without fail. I'm soaked every single time.
Yeah, well, yours has it has the older style of this kind of cutout there too, so it's supposed to, you know.
No, I just accept the fact I'm gonna get soaked.
Yeah, depends on how hard you ride. All right, guys, I think we may have found a contender. This is the type of boat here that we're looking for.
I'll be the deciding factor on that.
All right, so here we have, this is Antares, and how would you say that?
Antares.
Antares, okay, that
Antares,
sounds Antares 8. So it's only got a single engine, which is not ideal, but it is the cabin cruiser style.
Yes.
What I think that I'm looking for. Okay, so you got this
Yes.
nice open area here in the back,
Yeah.
large sunshade. Looks like lots of storage here in the floor. But this is what I'm saying. You could definitely cruise the Bahamas in something like this. With the enclosed cabin here, I believe this has air conditioning. I think that's what. No, that's just a sunshade. We'll see.
I see vents down here, so
Yes,
yeah.
there are vents over here as well. So this is kind of what I'm talking about here. You know, got a decent sized little head in there.
I don't think there's a shower though.
I think the whole thing is the shower. It's a wet.
It's a wet room. Right?
Yeah, I think if you fold this down, probably. No. No, the sink comes out.
Oh, okay.
All right, but here.
The thing is, I don't like the circles. I think I'm gonna get a toe caught in there.
Okay. Yeah,
Right there.
I think it's access for underneath.
Yeah, I know.
But here's your bed, essentially. Honestly, it's a little on the small side.
Right.
One last boat to check out here. I don't know the name of the brand. I guess it's Trophy. It says a T29EX. So it's a 29-foot. Okay, so it's a 29-foot cabin cruiser here. It's got the 2 Mercuries here on the back. So this is exactly what I'm talking about here. This is exactly what I want. It's the one I'm most excited about. $200,000 price tag for something like this is really not too bad. So you get the Mercury 225, so about 450 horsepower here. Swim deck. Lots of room back here in the back. So you obviously there's this, must be a table that is not here, maybe stored away somewhere. You got room to get around to the front, but I'm most excited about the interior. So let's check this out. So you got your little galley here, induction stove, sink, fresh water, plenty of lounging storage space or lounge out space here for the family. Air conditioning, that is what's key.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah. Curtains here to cover up the whole thing, so you got a lot of privacy in here. Now for 2 people, it is tight, but it's totally doable, especially if you're talking about for just a couple weeks. So I'm really excited about something like this. You got a nice helm here, foot stand up there, dual throttle controls. You got your fish finder navigation up there, nice big metal steering wheel. We'll go check out down below. So a couple steps down, looks like the carpet is snap in, snap out, so that's easily replaceable if you'd like something else. Oh wow, you actually got options when you're down here. So here's your head area. Again, looks like the sink comes out to become a shower. So there's a full wet room here. You got a decent sized little bedroom cabin in here as well. So it looks like actually plenty of room. I think this would not be too much of a problem for a couple to get on here. Windows that open up, TV mount. Get your porthole. And again, I'm seeing air conditioning ports. This is your little closet here. So for all the wife's dresses, you can definitely store them.
The wife's dresses.
Say again.
So you think I'm going to be wearing sundresses all the time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, and then over here, looks like you got a second cabin as well. So this is more for the kiddos. Little coffin style kind of area. But actually, honestly, it's quite a bit of room too. And I like that the headroom is a little bit larger than the foot area. With that head area, you can actually sit up in the bed and it doesn't make you feel so claustrophobic. You got the window too, so you can keep an eye on the waves. I like this boat a lot.
So the only thing I don't like about this one is that with the windshields, the wipers, if you're going to be laying out there, you might hit the wipers. So
Okay, well, let's go check it out. Yeah, I see what you mean about the windshield wipers here. But I think you could get around that. The thing is bouncing up here on the trailer, but I like this boat a lot. Yeah, I don't know what you do about the windshield wipers because you want like cushions there if you're lounging out. All right, so there you have it, the 2025 Trophy TX or T25 Explorer.
29.
Yeah, sorry, the T29 Explorer. So this for sure is my favorite boat at the show here. Just under 30 feet, got a draft of about 4 feet, 126 gallons. Now I'm curious to know, It didn't say how much this thing weighs and what it could be towed by. Oh, right there. Dead weight with motors, 6,500 pounds. This is perfect. You could be towed by an F-150, could be towed by my Toyota Tundra. We'd be in good shape.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap up our time here at the good old Tampa Boat Show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I love looking at the jet skis, and he loved looking at the boats. So
oh, I loved looking at both, in fact. I think we had a ton of fun checking out the jet skis, checking out the WaveRunners, everything, as well as, future dreaming about plans, cruising the Bahamas in a cabin cruiser. I had a great time. I hope that kind of made it a little bit more realistic for you, so like what you could kind of expect with what I'm talking about here. But yeah, for you folks at home, I just hope you enjoyed hanging out with us, and we'll be back to our regularly scheduled content next week. So hopefully, hit that subscribe button if you want to follow along with all of our jet ski, jet boat adventures. Really appreciate that. Really help us out. And with that being said, we're out of here. We'll see you next weekend.
Bye.
Let's see.
Now, let me record you.
Okay, you want to record me?
Yeah, it's my job. What's this place called? Expo Center?
Yeah, this is the Florida State Fairground.
What's this?
So this, funny enough, is actually an anchor. Yeah. All right. Ask me that again. So WOT, use our promo code WOTW15.
It stinks though.
It's got the off gassing.
Yeah. At least for like my hip structure.
Welcome to the Tampa Bay Boat Show.
Hang on, start over. Okay. Come closer.
Welcome to the Tampa Bay Boat Show.